DARC. I just realized there's no music on, so I'll put some music on. So I am continuing to work on Angel's Galaxy 400Z, and I have not a whole lot of time right now to work on it, but I'm going to try to get some stuff done. Basically, where I'm at with it is I did all the chrome trim, and I need to back it in black now. And I did try the new Spastics. The new Spastics chrome, and this is a good time to go ahead and take off some of these lines and show what it looks like. So the lines that I drew on the outside, just got a little, alcohol swab. I like these beady ones because they're like foamy. And you can take off the Sharpie line and kind of see the underneath line. See how that sharp line came out right here. Can you see that? More on that A pillar, and a nice sharp line down here. Should look pretty cool. So you can see as I'm pulling it away how it looks underneath. And if you want, you can take the time to do the whole thing, but I just want to kind of look in general how the transparency is. This chrome paint's kind of weird, like it doesn't, it really doesn't fully look chrome until it's black underneath it. Actually, a lot of paints are like that, but you won't really see the color lift completely until there's black under it. So that's what I'm going to do. The question is which black to use. I'm kind of inclined to use the Spastics mirror backer, which I think I did find some of that. But I also have some Tamiya PS5 paint that I could open up and use that. Another point that I wanted to make in regards to my thinking, I have to back this chrome in black. So I could go ahead and peel away the window trim and everything that's black. But then if I do that, when I spray the Galaxy, it's going to spray on all the black because that's the final coat. And I'd rather leave that to be peeled off later, so there's only Galaxy paint on that part. It just kind of reduces the amount of paint that you have on the whole car, which I guess doesn't really matter because you end up with a lot of paint anyway when you hit it with the silver. I'll talk about that later, but when you back white, you have to do, well, I'll talk about it now. When you back white, you have to back it with a lot of silver so you can't see through the white anymore, and then you can back it in black. Otherwise the white's going to look real muddy, so it just needs a crap ton of silver. Anyway, yeah, you don't want to do more paint than you have to, so I might as well peel all that off at the very end and then back it in black. Is that right? Should I do it? Oh, I'll back it when I back the Galaxy in black. That'll be the perfect time. And then I can hit it with the silver and everything. If you wait too long to peel it off, then the line that you cut won't really be a line anymore. It'll be like 5 layers of paint, and it won't peel off at all. You'll have to just recut it, which sucks. And I could go the other way. I could go ahead and paint all the black now and just cake it up with all the Galaxy paint, but I'm going to make the call to do it the other way, like I just described. So these lines are looking pretty nice. Kind of got to dig into that for it to come off. You see the line around the bottom of the door trim looks nice. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, look at that. That's pretty. See that chrome trim. So I'm gonna go ahead and back this, and I think I am gonna use the Spastics Black. So I need to set up my airbrush, and we can come in here and talk a little bit about airbrushing while we're doing it, in case anybody's new to airbrushing. So my airbrush is not fancy. They clog too easily for, ooh, my airbrush is missing. They clog too easily for me to spend $200 on an airbrush, so I go get the little Harbor Freight special. See, Ultimate Black Backer. That's actually pretty solid stuff. Yeah, I just use the Harbor Freight one. It's like $30, and it works fine. And when it clogs up, you can get rid of it and you can use it. So I always put fresh water every time I change colors. I change the water pretty much. And this paint that I'm about to use is not water-based anyway, but it's nice to have a fresh thing of water. Nevertheless, so I'm going to be carrying my phone around with me while I'm doing this, so the video might get kind of sketchy, moving around a lot doing stuff, but that's how I gotta do it. So I'll try to talk, and my airbrush room is kind of full right now, so it's gonna get noisy here for a second. Sorry about that, y'all. I guess when my phone rings, it freezes up my video, so I'm gonna turn my phone off. Definitely need a paper towel, so I'm gonna get a paper towel. I use mineral spirits, this stuff, and I'm just going to run some through the gun to make sure it's clean. And, you can put your finger over this and push the button, and it'll back pressure, so you can kind of do that, go back and forth, make sure the gun's real clean. Good.
one, you push the button and you pull it back to let more air out. Pretty easy. I'm just hitting the parts that need to be backed in the black here.
Okay. So obviously there's oil-based and water-based paint, and this is a oil-based paint. So you don't want to clean it with water. Go ahead and put the rest of the paint in the bottle again. And we're going to run it through some more of the mineral spirits, and I'm just going to leave the mineral spirits in the gun. And hole. Alright, so now we need to let this dry up a little bit, and we need to have a conversation about this Galaxy paint job. I'm just going to kind of give a once-over explanation of how I do the Galaxy paint job. It's not rocket science. So basically, first thing you want to do is spray your stars. And the way I do the stars is, I mean, they're supposed to be able to pull the trigger of the gun back and let it flick forward and it shoots stars. And it does work, but I have a hard time with it. So I tried taking the brush and like hitting it on a pole and like having it flick off the brush, but then it makes like lines, like splatter, and you really want like a sputter. So I've been thinking about it. Like the way I did it last time is I took my fingers like this and I dipped it in paint and I went, and that actually kind of works. I think if you do more watery paint, maybe it would work better. But what I was thinking about for this time is shooting a spray bottle up in the air and then letting the body catch it. I know that sounds, and it wouldn't have to be real misty spray. It would have to be kind of like a sputtery spray. So I was kind of thinking about trying that this time. Any other ideas anybody has, I'm open to, because it's honestly probably you don't want to get like big stars that look like bird poop, you know, like that's too big. Or like there was a big one right on the hood, or right on the front bumper. See that big one right there? It's a little bit. The other thing you can do is if you have a big star, you can spray a little bit of white around it and just make it look like a bright spot. I'm gonna try some different ways of doing it, of doing the background part today, or well, whenever I get to it. And I guess that actually brings us to today. Let me get a couple pieces of cardboard here, and we can talk about that part. Y'all don't laugh at me about how I do this, okay? This is real artistry happening, the way I do it, and I'm sharing my secret with you guys. Let's see. I'm gonna go digging, because actually I found out what works the best is chopsticks. Chopsticks, and there might be some more chopsticks. Oops. The messy drawer. The other messy drawer. I need that. Oh, that's right. I used those last time. Okay. I'm using wood screws. Dang it. Screws. That actually might be sufficient. Okay, we need some 2-inch wood screws. I know some of y'all are gonna be like, what the hell is this guy doing? I might use these two. Alright, we're good. Let's go. Ooh, actually, paper plates might work good. How about that? Try a couple of these. What the hell is this guy doing? Nobody will know. You see the final product. Alright, so what you want to do is, you know, just get you some good kind of cardboard, and you want it to look rough, you know. And it doesn't matter if there's some little ups and downs, and honestly, the more ups and downs there are, the better. Something like that. It's actually kind of not rigid enough. Let's see. This stuff, that's nice and rigid, flat. It's paper. You don't want it to be too flimsy either, because the spray will spray underneath it, you know. You just want kind of a random looking edge. So these will be some that you can try. That's actually a pretty good piece. So next you need some double-sided tape. Here we have Gorilla Tape. And you have your screw, right? So this is kind of your template, and what you're gonna do, so after you spray your stars, right, whatever, shoot them all over the place, not too many, not too thick of stars, just, you want, actually, the smaller ones that are kind of like this are better. Then you're gonna take clear red, clear purple, translucent purple, whatever they call it, or candy purple. Sometimes they call it candy, sometimes translucent, sometimes, anyway. You just don't want pearls, you don't want solid colors. You can do solid colors if that's all you have, but just spray it real thin, but don't do pearls. And you want some translucent blue or candy blue. You want some candy pink. Sometimes you can use candy red or candy yellow, but you basically, you know, just kind of boom, some pink here, boom, some pink here, boom, some pink here, boom, some pink here, and then take the purple and you spray some purple here, some purple there, some purple here, some purple there, all clear, and then get your clear blue and you spray some clear blue here and some clear blue here, some clear blue here, clear blue here. There's really no right or wrong, and actually using red and blue together is nice, because the red and blue, when they mix together, obviously it makes purple, so it makes a nice transition. But then you'll have some red spots too. So, you know, like, you see there's a little bit of a red spot here. I wish I had some of the other Galaxy jobs I did, because I did some that were more orangey and yellow, and they came out pretty cool. So once you sprayed all your clear colors, and you're really not going to see it a whole lot, but until you spray the white. So once you've done all the clear colors, and you really want everything pretty evenly colored, you know, you don't want any clear spots, because that'll come out as pure white. So then you're going to go through and put this little cardboard piece and just, and you see it makes this fade line right here, and like right here, you know, it makes a nice fade line here, and you just kind of randomly, artistically, the best that you can, as best as you can, go around and kind of put, you don't want to do too much, you don't want to not do enough. Like this one, I really barely put any, honestly, on the door, and it still looks pretty nice. But what I did do is I sprayed a little bit of white. I just kind of, you know, when you're done, you can kind of link them together with some white sprays, just some real light white sprays. And what the white does is it lifts the color and makes, you know, makes the blue turn blue or the purple turn purple. Because if you don't spray any white behind it, when you spray your black, it's just going to be black. You're not going to see much blue at all, like right here or like right here. See right here, that's pretty black. And you want some black, you know, you want some, actually, you do want some spots that you don't spray any white, so that you have some space, you know. You don't want it to be all like thick Galaxy. I mean, it can be, you know, who knows what the Galaxy is supposed to look like, right? You know, it's all CGI anyways. Anyway, yeah, so you want to have like a balance. You want some good contrast. So have some spots where you don't spray any white, you know. But these little magical things, they're good because you can kind of get into the body, you know. You don't have to like hold it, like if you had this flat, you'd be like trying to get it in there, and you stick your hand all in the paint and everything. This way you barely touch anything and just hit a little light spot. So I make a bunch of these little templates before I start spraying. And that is what we're going to do right now. And I had an idea of doing some pinwheel shaped ones. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of draw a pinwheel. Anyway, that looks terrible. That's not what I was thinking. Let's try this. Okay, let's start with a yin yang. Right? And then we will bring the yin yang around. Like that. And bring it to the middle. Let's try it. So now we're just going to kind of tear out the yin yang best that we can. Doesn't have to be perfect, just trying to make like a spiral Galaxy kind of thing. Some string on it, great. Yeah. Let's see. See, and the other thing is with this stuff, you want to make sure that you have a side that'll flatten down, you know. So, anyway, it's one of those things, you know, the more you practice it, the better it gets. But, you know, I know you want it to look perfect the first time, and you know, that's the goal. So we'll try to give thoughts about it as I go. And honestly, the more of these you can make, the better, because you'll have a lot of options, you know, when you're in there spraying and you actually are hitting your Galaxy. You'll have some good choices to pick from, so go ahead and take the time to make these. You can reuse them, obviously, you know, next time you paint a Galaxy body, which you wouldn't think was gonna happen very often, but once you do one, everybody's like, "Oh, damn, it looks good. Paint me one for $50 for free." And you're such a nice guy. You're like, "All right, I'll do it. I don't care that it's gonna occupy my life for the next 2 weeks. I don't mind. Just put a big S on the car for Steve." That's actually a pretty cool piece. That'll make a really nice wavy galaxy. Very wavy. Put this Gorilla tape. We use Gorilla tape for everything here, man. Gorilla's the best. I love Gorillas. Gorilla tape. So obviously you're not using this as a full-on stencil. So what I'm looking at when I see this are all the cool curves that it has and the fact that they all go in the same way. So you'll be able to be like whoosh, and then come on the inside and whoosh, and then come on the outside and whoosh, and then come on the inside and whoosh. Just hit some different vortexes. That'll look cool. I like it. Need another screw. Might be better to put this into 2 pieces. Because when you spray it, it'll flap around, you know. No flappies. Should be alright. Bend it before we use it. There's our other piece. Let's see if any of these are any good. Let's make a bunch of little ones now, because I think we need little ones. Some long flowy ones. Change direction. Maybe have some cool little V shapes in them. Little crevices. Pillars of creation. Rigid cardboard either. That should work. Press it down. Alright. I'm getting very ahead of myself, but I'm waiting for this to dry, so have a minute. We got 4 more screws, 2, so I need 2 more pieces. Let's make a couple good ones here. Let's make another long flowy one. Sometimes just tear it and see what happens. Really should be making these a lot smaller, honestly. Let's see. Ooh, that's cool. I like that little feature right there. And spot. Yeah. yeah, because the smaller ones are easier to get, like on the hood or in the smaller cracks. Getting that crack. Let's turn this into 2. Vortex pieces. And you know what else you can do? You can put like a rough sketch on the body of a pattern that you want to follow, so that you don't get too crazy and start, oh, I didn't do enough, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I did too much. Have a balance already kind of laid out that you want to go by, and that will help you to keep the balance. Don't think I'm gonna get this far today, honestly, but it's nice to have this made. It is part of the project, and it will need to be done, but not anymore because I did it. I think I did use the chopsticks, but they ended up being too long or something. I like how this one's shaped kind of like real wavy though. It's a nice piece. You don't have to, I'll show you when I spray it, but you can like spray a little bit here, then a little bit here, and a little bit here. And while you can't see the whole link, it does link, and it flows in that way. So it's kind of a cool thing to have a big piece like that. I don't know if you guys have ever tried doing true flames, but true flames are very interesting because they call them licks, where the flames connect, or like where the tip of it is a lick, and you connect the bottom of the flame at the lick, or to a lick, I guess. It's just like a airbrushing technique that's pretty cool, and it makes you think about things like that, I guess, linking up the pieces. I'll show you. So if you have, if you have a piece that's shaped like you use teardrops for flames, right? So you have like a teardrop, right? And so you do the flame like that, and then you have another teardrop up here that you spray, and then you have another teardrop down here. Then what you can do is come in and kind of hit some just pure white, and what that does, it kind of links these flames together, like that. You see how I'm saying? And then you can come up here with this. Well, I guess you would kind of do like this and do something like that, and then it kind of links that lick. So yeah, it's cool. So you can do kind of the same thing with the Galaxy. You know, you can, once you have your lines, you know, you can have like this line here, and you know, this line down here, and you can just spray a little bit of white to kind of link those together and fill in the gap. Or you don't have to, it's just, you know, technique. Gives it a little more color, a little more fun stuff. So, got all my little, I guess you would call them stencils or templates. So now, let's see how dry this is. Let's see. Okay. We are golden tea. The question is, okay, so when you peel off the black, sometimes it shoots black flakes everywhere. And so you always want to peel, you know, from the top down if you can. And then, you know, I have a clean paintbrush that I just brush everything with real good. I'm gonna need my glasses. So. I'm just gonna do the best I can, but when I'm done, I'm gonna have to. When you're working with chrome paint too, you want to make this mask as thick as you can, because see how that stuff just comes off? It's great. Because the chrome like makes the liquid mask into like a thin. Like almost dissolves it, so it makes it a lot less sturdy. This actually looks pretty good though. You hear that? Brr, brr. That actually charges the plastic, and you can see that when you go to paint. So I use the Spastics surface prep, which I should have done it before I did the. You can see the line underneath, but yeah, these lines look pretty clean, nice and sharp. So let's start with this guy next. Yeah, actually, I don't think the Traxxas chrome paint dissolved the liquid mask as much as the Spastic stuff does. That's a good thing. Might have a new chrome paint to use. Spastics has been kind of iffy lately. Sometimes their paint doesn't do what it's supposed to do, and not to mention the problem with the distributor I had. Well, I'll just tell you guys, you know, I ordered like, geez, I think I ordered like $5,000 to $8,000 worth of crap from that distributor, like within. I say crap, but I mean like, you know, good stuff, like, you know, besides paint, which I did order a lot of Spastics paint. I ordered the enough to get the display from them, and it was like $3,000 I think, and I ordered a bunch of bodies and was ordering, you know, batteries and chargers and whatever, and then I didn't order anything for like, I guess 6 months, which I didn't know that. I mean, I guess I should have known, but I didn't know that I had to order every, you know, at least every 3 months or something, or else they dropped my account. So they dropped my account, and I went to order, and my account was turned off, and so I was just like, why wouldn't you guys want me to order? Like, even if it's been 6 months, even if it's been 4 years, why wouldn't you want me to order? I'm a legit business, and, you know, selling your stuff. It just took a little longer maybe because, you know, it I mean, paint's not our fastest moving item. I stocked up on it really well, and I'm not gonna reorder it if I still have some. Anyway, it was just kind of weird. And then they were like, "Oh, well, we'll reinstate your account and we'll get it going again." And I was like, "Oh, okay, great." And then they didn't. And I called again and I was like, "I still can't order from you guys." And they're like, "Oh, I'll forward this to such and such and wherever," and still nothing. So I just haven't pursued it any further. I'm sure I could order again, but so I'm gonna go get the bumpers. That's looking pretty clean though. This stuff's not flaking off black as much as the water-based stuff does, actually. So it's sticking pretty good. See, that spot kind of got jacked up, but it's just that was so hard to get in there. You won't notice stuff like that, but it's just one of those things that you will notice for the rest of your life. I may vent that, actually. That might be a cool little spot to put a vent. I'll have to look on the pictures of the real car. So, I have this little... Ooh. Just gonna brush off all the flakies if there are any. Especially if you're painting white, man. If you paint white and you have any little flakes in there, you're gonna see every single one of them. It's gonna drive you crazy the rest of your life. Give you nightmares. Sometimes literally. We're good. I don't see any flakes. So now for the fun part, we get to go splatter paint. And I am also doing this in Galaxy, so we will be splattering paint on this. Let's go splatter. That's good. I need white paint. And that is, I'll tell you what, this white paint stinks after you open it. It must be made out of milk or something, because... Oh, this one's not bad. Oh, that's pleasant. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Something. Plastic bowl. Oh, paper plate. Pour a little bit of water in here too, because I don't want it to be this thick. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit, and I need something for a sample. I'll just use the wall for now. I see that's actually pretty good. Perfect. I don't know if you can see the wall. See? See those little splatters I'm doing? That's perfect. I'll look through your first kind of splatter. Just already too big. Ooh, nice. A little bit on top, but it's okay. Damn, this is actually perfect. I think thinning out the paint made a big difference. Yeah, look. See it? Looks great. Stars in that galaxy. And that's it for the stars. Just do that and wash your hands. let it dry for a while, but yeah, check that out. This actually came out pretty nice. It's hard to see. There we go. Look at those stars. Just some flicky flicks. Oh, you can kind of see what the galaxy is going to look like. It's perfect. Alright, so since they're little splatters, and especially since they're watery, I'm gonna let that set up a little bit. I love all these little tiny ones that I got in there though. It's great. See the little ones? So you just gotta let this dry enough. So I think I'm gonna call that a day, believe it or not. I think that's a perfect place to stop, and then tomorrow I'll come in and hit the colors, and then back the colors with the white. Oh, I didn't do the wing. Yikes! Almost forgot the wing. Where'd that wing? Where'd that wing go? Where's the wing? Where's the wing? Say what way? You guys see the wing? I don't see it. Bring it in there. Like nobody watching live right now. I just need to make these videos. Oh, here's the wing. Example how to shoot stars. Shoot stars. Flying off the wing, it's kind of cool. See that? Looks like they're shooting off the back of the wing. Never know how it's gonna turn out. Alright, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Part, I guess, was it 3? Yeah. I'll come back and do more probably tomorrow. Get some progress on this bad boy. It's looking pretty good. You can see some of these sharp points that I was talking about, that sharp chrome point. You can't see that one, but there's a good one up here. You can see it goes all the way down. You can see that one real nice. There's a good one right there. Yeah, man, this exacting knife with a liquid mask makes some really nice lines. Alright, you guys, thank you for watching. I'll try to get the rest of it done tomorrow so you guys can enjoy it.